Then out the window and I sing. It's a current trade. If you guys want to join on YouTube, guys, it's up to you. Pop this little puppy out. You can come over here. Wait. Morning, morning. How are we doing, ladies and gents? We good? On the old YouTubeville. So just looking to come out and take this void out, which we have on the 15-second, and just holding runners beyond there. As you know from Red Pill this morning, discussing London macro bullish. If we come and take out this low, the last opportunity of longs is the H1 to M5 on the low. But currently just holding, looking for ES to get up into 38%, which is up at 457. So it's literally just holding runners on NQ. I'll be using ES as my reference point, just utilizing the principles of X levels. On NQ, it's going off fair value on the hourly. So we've got to be mindful that we can chop around fair value, so I am mindful of that. And we have the potential to stab slightly lower inside of these 3 OBs that we have here on the daily. So I am mindful of that. 630 can often set high of day as well. But just trading what's in front of me, not being tied to or being put off by the current PA. But just trading in alignment with that. So today, double bottom on NQ, turtle super ES, run the highs. We've done that. So I'm looking for this to hold. This becomes my reference point, which was fair value on the 15-minute, which was your lowest rung for a long. Inside of here, right? Everything else is inside of a premium. Every other time frame is in a premium. So this low was fair value on the hourly, but also fair value on the 15. So everything up here, we're inside of a premium. So we've got to be mindful of that, right? We're inside of a premium. It's going long. Being longs is high risk. Being inside of this breaker block, for example, is a high risk long. But this morning provided us an opportunity back inside of a high time frame discount, albeit the lowest possible rung, which is M15. So this is M15 fair value. It happens to coincide with being hourly fair value, anticipating higher prices, right? So as soon as you're above 50% and everything else on the 15, as soon as you're above 50% on the 15 and everything above that, so hourly, daily, weekly, monthly, is also inside of a premium, which we are clearly, longs kind of go out the window, they become high risk. So the trade this morning, the trade I'm in, is from down here, inside this 3 drives, just holding a runner to get up into here. So this is a parlay in, it's a re-entry inside of here. I'm currently looking at 91 to trim my next positions, and then just holding runners. And I'm literally just holding runners for ES to get up to 38%. That's all I'm doing. So down here on this low, we have my 3 drives. So if you've studied my content on YouTube, you'll know what a 3 drives is. But that's what that is. Right down at fair value on the 15, anticipating higher prices. Alright, that's after this sweep that we have here back down into a discount. So this all came back down into a discount, right? 62% on the X levels. All right, that's a discount on the hourly. Immediate rebalance on the daily. Okay, so we've swept the previous day's low out. This is price coming back to 50% of that range. And now just looking for distribution. So inside of that, you know, that's where you start looking for your models to overlay on top of your X levels, right? Because you've got to remember that X levels is just a framework for price delivery. It is not a model in its own right. It's a framework for how price moves from a premium to a discount, seeking inefficiencies in liquidity and price. You then overlay your models on top of that, of which I have 11, to build your total soup entry and your trade around that X level. At that X level, I should say. Okay, and this is X levels are applicable on anything. They're applicable on stocks, futures, forex, you name it. Dump it on anything, it works. Just for shits and giggles, we can go and have a look at Netflix, for example. So if we, you know, even if you're looking at a swing trading position on Netflix and you were like, okay, well I want to, you know, I've got one of my models which is up here. You know, you're up at fair value on the weekly. All right, cool. All right, there's an opportunity for sure. So you can utilize this principle for anything. All right, deep discount is 12%. Okay, so right down in here we just keep bouncing 12%. I say deep discount, it's a deep premium, I should say. 12% is a deep premium in this bearish hourly dealing range. Well, this is a deep ass premium, taking price from a premium to a discount. So again, just utilizing the principles of X levels. As long as you have your models down here to frame an entry off at 12%, you've now got your context for a long. Alright, so it works on anything, absolutely anything. But as you know, my poison is NQ. That's my poisoned chalice. So all the way back down here we had my 3 drives, at which point order block out the back end, yeet. And so we just waited for price to come back down into that, which also provided another one of my models utilizing X levels, which is a discretionary. So if we rewind this back to here, wait. So this will be an M5 dealing range. So M5 dealing range, wait for the 1 to break, offset accumulate, 5-minute discount, long, target 5-minute high. Alright, all the way back into the OB out the back end. So this was our entry this morning. If you don't believe me, I'll throw on get rid of that, because I can't do it on that. So if I go do settings, oh no, not that. Settings, not that either. If I go settings, stop giving me X levels. Why is it giving me X levels? Give me fucking X levels for. That's super annoying. It's also annoying. What is your beef? What is your beef? Let's go right. Let's get away from X levels. Setting. There we go. So my trade today on this particular account, right inside of here, taking myself up to the 5-minute premium, right? Little $500 scalpo. So I swear to God. What am I trying to say to you? So yeah, this is a 3 drives out the back end, right? So this becomes where you're looking for price to respect. You're not anticipating it to break this order block. If it breaks this order block, move to the sidelines. The thing with the 3 drives, you always want to trade in alignment with it. So my 3 drives in terms of market structure, higher time frame market structure, 3 OBs, middle BISI. after price coming back down to a discount on the X levels, 62%, yeet, taking price from a discount to a premium. We're at 38%, which is a premium. And just trading long. So what's being left behind is a breaker block, right? What sets up a high probability breaker block? Well, a higher time frame sweep liquidity. So right inside of here, this is where we get our higher time frame sweep. All right, this becomes our breaker block. Right, this becomes our breaker block. Just looking for continuation. Again, don't mind it coming back into this order block out the back end, because essentially what these are propulsion blocks. That's what that is. It's a propulsion block. So breaker block in. I'm just looking for 91 or 90.25, which is a 15-second void, which is right up in here. Where are you at? 90.25, right there. What's my next trim? I'm in micros on another account on Topstep. So 91, and then just holding runners for ES to get up to 38%, baby, which is going to be 2x on my MAC TS. 2x on a MAC TS. 2x on a MAC TS. So currently at the moment we're in between two MAC TS's. We're in a off the low and off the high. All right, so we're just in between the two MAC TS's. So I'm mindful of that. Also be mindful that 630 can often set the high of day, which is why I want to pay myself at that volume balance, that void. So if it does want to move low and crash through this, it's off 630 high. And so yeah, the last opportunity, if it does take out this this 3 drives, would be the H1 to M5 on the low. But if that's to happen, I don't want to see ES take out this current low. If ES piles through this low, I will not be trading that, which is this BISI on this low. All right. You got to be mindful that just below that, I've got this little volume balance. So it'd be one where I'd probably wait to see. I wouldn't trade it aggressively. I wouldn't have a limit sat in there, for example. I'd wait to see what happens. Because if price violates the 3 drives, it's often an indication of blood. Bloody blood meat. So if you are trading this long, you're looking for higher prices, you'd be anticipating this to be your sweep pre-830. So that low to your high going into the open becomes your low. So you wouldn't mind it coming back into discounts, then drive out the high. But in terms of what price is done, this was also a London discount trade. It's just come back to London Fair Value, which is right here. So at the moment, I don't particularly want to see it through this OB out the back end. It can do one more wick if it wants to. I'm not really too bothered. But I don't want to see it punch through that. Chow with me. There's no wild news in the family. So let's have to see what we get at the open. But at the moment, just holding runners to get up to 91, and then holding a runner beyond that for ES to get up to 38%. As soon as ES is at 38%, that'll be me out. We had an inside day yesterday, so it's often 2 days after an inside days you get range. So with Nvidia dropping aftermarket close tomorrow, That's when I'd anticipate rain. But what I'd like to see is us work all the way back up into this SIBI today. So essentially all the way back up into 526. That's where I want to see us get to. So this is this wick into this SIBI is a fake IFED. So that's where my eyes are drawn to at the moment with these positions. But just mindful of ES up at what level is that? I've got an alert set on it. So 457. 457.25. So if you're looking at this as your sweep pre-A30, you're always asking yourself, what has that low achieved? If you're going to frame your entry off that low, it's always what you're asking yourself. So at the open, you always want to ask yourself, what has that low achieved? So right here, we've got the potential for a disc vary. Alright, so we've just swept out the 5-minute high, 1 minute SIBI. Did that go into that 1 minute SIBI? Yeah, just. Which this model you're targeting 50% and 62. Morning, brother Free. Morning, morning. You traded this morning, dude. So this would be a scalp. Yeah, that is hella sauce. This high is hella sauce. Please leave that open for the open. I'll be okay with that. Oof, I'm commuting to work right now here for the education. Oh, all right, sounds good. So an absolute scalp short, even though I'm anticipating this high to go, would be that SIBI down to fair value in 62. What is that? So what would that be in terms of it's not worth it from a risk to reward perspective. That's what I'll be anticipating. And then if you're long biased, discretionary vary can sweep out the 5-minute low. So if price wants to come wick this low again at the open, it can do that. I'm not worried. It's this OB down here, which is my box stop. But that is ideally your sweep pre 830. So if it wants to come back into a discount to then move higher, it can do that, no problem. So right here is where it can pull back into fair value in 62. Which would be that wick behind that CB. Right there. Right where we are. If it doesn't do it, it's more likely to do it at the open. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, ding, ding. So yeah, this has been an absolute scalp pre-open. Still currently just holding my positions, looking for 91, and then ES all the way up to 38. So whether we go is what I'll be looking for. Up until the point ES gets to 38%. If ES gets to 38 before the open, I'll be out. 2 secs. Yeah. Boosh. Who's that? Neighbour nurse. I'm trying to drastically uptake my water intake, but my god, is my plastic usage horrible. Has anyone got one of those? Anyone got one of those soda streams? Has anyone got one of those things where you just I've never engaged, but I'm thinking about getting one. You know when you just go, you put your water bottle under it and it does the work for you. Has anyone got one of those? Is it worth it? Is it just kitchen faff that you don't need, that you regret you buy? Okay, if anyone's got one, let me know, because I'm sort of ashamed at my plastic usage. I think I go through about six water bottles a day, something like that. 6 plastic water bottles a day. It's grim, isn't it? It's grim. Everyone's on the water bottles too, huh? Come on, baby. Geesy. So 490.25 is my next trim. Keeping an eye on ES at 457. Oh. Which would be the first stage of its H1 to M5. Just down it. be on that 525 is what I want. And that'll be me done. 525, so the lower quad of this H1 Sibi. So what we can get here at the open is as you know, I'm long down here, so I'm just holding runners. But ES goes up to 457, which goes into the first stage, which is MAC TS, which is here, up at 2x on the MAC TS, right? Which is, if you were trading H1 to M5, that's where you're looking to get ES to. So basically, I'm just holding runners for ES to get into that. So ES goes and completes 6:30 high of day. And we reject in here when ES hits 457, either down into this discount, or it goes and runs out this low and gets into this H1 to M5 on the low. I have no interest in shorts, so I'm not shorting. I'm only interested in longs. So if it does do that, so if it rejects when ES hits 457, I'd literally just be waiting back down here. If NQ gets back down into the H1 to M5 on the low, which is that BISI, I do not want to see ES take out the current low, this low here. So I'll be keeping an eye on where ES is in relation to NQ, and NQ is down here. Essentially looking for DST on the hourly. 8, but at the moment I'm just holding runners long. First pull is to 490.25, and then just holding runners beyond that. If they get ran out, I couldn't give two hoots, I'm paid. But my ultimate objective is to get up to 525, which is this Sibi, lower quad. We all on board. And that's off the basis of this 3 drives, right, at fair value on the 15x level. So right inside of here, where we are right now at the open, we are inside of a premium across the board. Right, we're at 38% on the hourly. We're in a premium on the weekly and the monthly. Daily, we're just messing around just above a discount. 62% is a discount, which would take you back down into this OB. Right down at the low, the 3 drives OB. So there's no high probability long up here. This is where you're just in runners, looking to take price back into a deeper premium. If you're looking for longs, you'd have to wait for it to get back down into a discount of the M15 or above. Right? So your lowest possible rung is going to actually fall back inside the hourly fair value down at daily 62%. That would be a higher time frame discount again. Where we are right now, we're in a premium across the board. So right here is a disc vary. Okay, so this sweep on the 5, on the 1, and then this 1 minute Sibi is a disc vary, which puts fair value in 62 as the dole. So this would be shorting from a premium 12% on the 5 minute, looking to take it back into a short term discount. That would be a scalp. Very close to the open, but that would be a scalp. For me, I'm looking for this to hold, just holding runners for it to pile back, to continue going out through a premium. Right? I'm not interested in shorts, I want longs. But just in terms of trade management and a model, this is currently a model for a short. Boom, boom, boom. So this would be your sweep pre-830. So if it does want to come off this SIBI, which we're currently in, which would be my disvary model, down into a discount, this would be on the principle of using that as your sweep pre-830, and you not want to see that low be closed below. Okay, so just a standard fib across it. So essentially you wouldn't want to see price back through this range for higher prices. So with it being the open, you've got to be mindful of it can be wicky at the open. But this is currently where I don't want to see it through. I'm allowing it to go into this OB out the back end. So if it wants to wick this low, I've got no problem with that. I don't want to see it through that. If you're short here, you're paying yourself at fair value in 62. Which is 458.75 and 454. But as I am currently long, I can't short it. Because then I'll do a Jamal and I'll be hedging. Don't want to be hedging, do we, Jamal? Do we, Jamalskis? By the way, that guy has come back with an absolute beast mode mentality. Congrats to Jamal. This is an absolute peach of a song. This is how much I care about music when I trade, that I've turned monetization off. Just so I don't get nailed by them. I still think it's copyright though, I'll soon find out. Soon find out if I get in trouble. But I need music when I trade. So a tiny little void up here at 90.25, that's what I'm after. And then 525. If you're in this short, you're looking for 50.62. This is where you're looking for price to fall into. It looks like it's setting up the classic engineered liquidity for offset. Keep pumping if you want. You don't have to pull back for me, son. So just be mindful of ES up at 457. Wherever we're at 457, that's where I'm going to trim on NQ. How long we got? 7 minutos. Anyone got any questions before the open, before we kick off? Now's your opportunity. All good? All good. So all eyes on ES. So look at crack gaps, see where we're at. Interested to see where we open up with. So that fair value gap you've got to be careful of. If it's going to reject, that's what I'd be looking at, that void. Shorting the SIBI above the doji. 3 OBs, SIBI at the low. So if we wick into this, this is an area to go short. If ES has fulfilled its, if ES has got up into 3.8 basically. So if we get something of, is that my phone? Holy sheesh. Take that back. There's a glitch there. Glitch on the indicator, guys. Just be careful. This is your 5-minute low. Get rid of that. Ah, there you go. There's a glitch on the indicator. So that's currently putting that. This is the 5-minute low. It's not the 5-minute low. Your 5-minute low is here. Don't pay attention to this low. This is actually going out with 5-minute discount where we are right now. So if I go to the 5-minute. So it's correct on the 5-minute. It's wrong on the 1-minute. So right inside of here is where we can actually pump out of. There you go. Good thing we double checked that. So you want to be careful of this Sibby for a short. So wick into this Sibby for a short at the open. What is that? 490. Oh, look at that, you know. It's going to be such a... It's a this oh shit, that's a different account. God damn it. I'm still getting used to trading view, by the way. Fuck's sake, we're not meant to do that. Ah! I meant to move this thing, not the... Oh, yeah. Not the stop. That's so irritating, it's unbelievable. Fuck's sake. Anyway, if you caught it short, you caught it short. Well done. Now you're just literally holding runners now for ES to go and get up to 457. And then NQ, you're just holding runners for continuation. That was an opportunistic pullback, by the way. Looking for NQ to get up into this lower quad, which is 526. And that's going to be you done. So ES up at 457. Just hold until ES gets to 457. Keep holding. There's nothing to do. Just keep holding. Keep holding. 525 is what you're after on NQ. That's an absolutely beautiful trade, guys. Beautiful stuff, if you call it. 3 drives. Don't mess with 3 drives. So just keep holding. Keep holding. Keep holding. Keep holding. You can start trimming off here now, very close to target. It's up to you whether you want to go to that final objective, which is 525, or whether you just want to be content, get the majority off now, just hold runners from here. So if it's going to reject, it's going to reject right here at 457 on ES, which is what we've just tagged, 457. All right. So right from here, you want 95% of your positions off. You're just literally holding runners. You're looking for 525 on NQ. Just keep holding. So the 5 and the 1 is the same both sides. This is where you anticipate higher prices. So right inside of here, you got 3 OBs in your 15 seconds. Sibi at the high. So basically, I'm looking for this 1 minute candle low to hold, which is this BIS in here. I want to see this hold. God, my execution on that trade was fucking awful. I accidentally moved I tried to move the TP and stop loss green red thing off my chart, and I moved the stop. It's like my first week using TradeV trading view integration, and yeah, still getting my head around it because I'm used to OCO orders and all that jazz. So you're just holding, just keep holding, you've got nothing to do. Don't mess with the 3 drives. You're trading against the 3. If you're trying to continuously short, you're trying to trade against the 3 drives. Trade in alignment with a 3 drives. Don't trade against it. You want to be proved wrong versus trying to force it. So this is what I want to see hold here for these runners. Get up to 525. At this point in time, you should literally have maximum 1 contract. You're just holding for that deeper extension. You're paid. You've done the hard work. This is not a place to re-enter. As I said, if it's going to reject, this is where it's going to reject from. Yeah, like the only reason why I had it, Leo, is because I think JJ put it onto me. It's like, it's an easy way of creating your limit. So I was in here, created my limit, but then I hate having it in the way. It gets in the way of price, right? So then I tried to move it to delete it, and I moved my stop. Yeah, but this is it has no bracket attached to it, and because it's TradeX, so you can't do the drag and drop. You can't drag your TP and stop loss once you do a market with TradeX. Don't ask me why, it's ridiculous. So if you do a manual buy with TradeX, you have to set the bracket orders yourself. So you have to put a market stop and a limit. If that makes any sense. So if it takes out this lower down at 429, it's going to take my runner at my final position on my micros. I'm still just looking for 525. You can come and do this, I've got no problem with that. We're paid, right? Yeah, I know, Leah. But when I'm looking to trade like that quickly, right? If I'm trading at the open, I'm gonna want brackets. I don't want to have to then. I don't want to set my limit here. I don't want to market buy, which would obviously be a shit fill anyway. Right? I never would have got that entry on a market. I probably would have been entered here. Then I've got to go and set my market stop. Then I've got to set my limit. By the time I've done that, I want to be out of my trade, you know? So it's not conducive to that type of trading. With TradeX, you can't do this. You know when you just set an order and then you just go whoop whoop with your stop and TP. You can't do that with TradeX on TradingView. So you're literally just holding a position for 525. That's all you're doing. Get up into this H1 lower quad on the hour. Let's go, baby. Let's get some. Let's go. Five, 2, 5. Yeet. Straight up. Let's slam people trying to short the whole site. Slam them. So what we've actually done here is we've swept the 5 and we create that 1 minute busy right here, so we can reject but it's going to be 12 off the 5, which is where we are right now, back into this busy if it doesn't want to go up right now. Right, so if it wants to, it can come all the way back into this busy. Give us 525, baby. Now we just want to see it distribute. We don't want to see it piss around. Now it's taking out the 5 high as well. This is where we just want it to go right up into that. Let's go, baby. Let's give us that pump. Give us that pump. So this is where I'm starting to look for things like media rebalances. This is where I'm looking for institutional sponsorship for continuation for bullish peer. At the moment, we have none. Flat bottom on that cow. Alright, ES at 5. ES has fulfilled its objective. So you gotta be careful here. Right? This is where we can reject from. I still want high prices on NQ, but it is literally just one contract. I do not want to be shorting against a 3 drives. Back down to this breaker block here before it goes again. Bum bum bum. So that was your Bissy, remember? From before, that was left open. For me, this breaker block is now key. So I'm now trailing my stop up on my run up. below this low. We still want 525. We're after this, the lower quad on this H1 Cibi. Why? You got me pomerana. Bom, 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 bom. Bum 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 bum. Sometimes I feel like I'm good at the problem. Sometimes I feel like I'm only here. Steady Take me all the way. Took my runner out there. Took my final runner. That's why we pay ourselves, guys. That is why we pay ourselves. All the way back to fair value on the 5, eh? Aye. Aye. If that's just come all the way back from my runner, I moved my stop too early and cry. Like I did that thing. Like I did that thing. So that's right back into that OB out of the back end, right? That's my last point of interest. What's ES done here? Give us that 525, baby. Anyone else re-enter? Give us that 525. So I mean, just don't mess with the 3 drives. Remember when I was talking about earlier, like if you want it to be long, you need to wait for it to come back into a discount, right? This is fair value again on that hourly. Okay, low hanging fruit. Anything up here, you're chasing price if you're looking for longs. Okay, also coincides with being 62% on the daily, right? Discount. You have to wait for it to get back into a discount if you want to be long. Up inside of here, you're in a premium across the board on the X levels, right? So here is all the way back down at fair value on the hourly, 62% on the daily, discount. What do we have down there? 3 drives. So re-entered, just holding runners to get back up to 25. I want that lower quad. Biatch. So the 1 and the 5 is the same. So this is where you're when the 1 and the 5 is the same, you're looking for one of these sides to go. Well, for me, it's the high. So this now becomes my buck stop. I'm looking to drive price up into this high. So everything is framed off that. So whether you're utilizing this as a breaker unicorn for higher prices, that's entirely up to you. If you're trading a secondary, it's high risk. You're back inside of a premium again. But ultimately looking to take it up to 25. That's all I'm looking to do. I want this low to hold. My stops are again below that low. 2 seconds, guys. Are we printing or are we printing? Are we build by bagging or are we build by bagging? Should we get some utes up in here? Right? Ah, posh! Skirt! Let's go, baby. Give us that 25. It's actually 26.50, but 25. That's where my runner is sat. Anybody else in this long? Who we got? Who on YouTube's in this long? Just a case of holding runner now. So if you want that was your unicorn entry. If you wanted to take it for higher prices. No? Nobody! Why do I come on stream? Oh shit, my phone's done. Beautiful stuff, guys, if you caught this trade. Really, really nice. Just hold a position for that lower quad on that H1 Sibi. And you know me. Yeah, I'm still on YouTube. Can you guys see my chart on YouTube? Guys on anyone on YouTube? Can you see my chart? Should be able to. I'm not on YouTube yet. It is me only. You might be on the wrong stream. Have you clicked the link above in this chat? I don't know, but I hope people can hear me. No one's saying anything, so probably not. Can you see it now? Irene? Okay, cheers, Sen. Appreciate you, mate. Yeah, I think you're on the. I think you must be on the wrong link, Irene. Or you were, anyway. So again, same thing. I've just got a runner. Stocks below this low, looking to take out this 5 and the 1 minute DR, which is the same on the high. It's either the low or the high that you're targeting. Pay yourself inside of a premium holder runner. And so again, this would theoretically be a premium because this is a bearish dealing range. So paying yourself back inside of a discount, holding runners to take out that high. So if you're working inside of here and here, the only thing you've got is your 15 second that you can work off, which is why I'm on the 15-second chart. So if your 1 and the 5 is the same, you have to go to your 15-second. Ding, 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 ding. Which is where you got your little unicorn on your 15-second there. With it being a day with no news, it's not even a higher time frame. It's not even a higher time frame high, to be honest. So it's every opportunity we keep pumping on this. But when it's a day with no news, I don't go for high time frame highs. So I'm not really interested in going for 619 today, just because there's no news. But if it does do that, you know, I'm all good with that. My next area for a short, if I want to be short bias, is all the way back up inside this OB, so up at 765. That's where I want to be short later in the week. So depending if we work up there today and bleed, or whether tomorrow we work up there. Nvidia's aftermarket tomorrow. So whether they dump it in literally after the market tomorrow, wouldn't surprise me if they did, scabby bastards. So this OB up here is my sort of line in the sand for bearish price. But we're not quite there yet. So I'd like to see us get up there if we're going to move low. Basically get back up inside of a premium on this weekly, daily, monthly. Currently we've just gone all the way back down into a discount. So for those inside RP, you'll know that right here, same as a discretionary vary, right? Swept this. Can't get my words out. You'd look for an hourly to trade back up to fair value and 62, right, which would be 38 on the opposing side. So I'm still looking for high prices. I want to see us up here before we reject. So there's still legs in the old dog yet. I'm in the longs, and yes, I can see your charts on. Good stuff, brother Free. That was a quick commute to work, bro. You already made it. Sheesh. Was it next door? How close is your work? I swear that was like 5 minutes ago. Or am I losing track of time? Probably losing track of time. Yeah, sometimes that'll happen. Where it glitches out like that. If it ever happens, you just report it and get the devs looking at it to address it. But it's very rare that it happens. It happens occasionally. But, the trade-offs are huge. Would you prefer not to have that or have it? The software at the end of the day, there's bound to be a glitch now and again. But 99% of the time it's absolutely fine. I literally can't trade. I literally couldn't trade without it now. I could not trade without that indicator. I can't believe how many years I spent before doing it manually. The idea of going back to that now would not be a fun experience. No siree, not for me. It's literally fundamental to the way that I trade. Completely fundamental. Come on, guess it, baby. We want 525. We want 525. Guess it, son. Guys, if you've Bilbo back with me this morning, or indeed you may have learned something, believe it or not. Jesus, wouldn't that be a thing? Would you smash a like on YouTube? It'd be appreciated. Thank you. That's all I'll ever ask of you. I don't ask for much. Just a like. That'd be very kind. Thank you. If you haven't enjoyed your time here, put a thumbs down. It's entirely up to you. Oh God. Don't do it, NQ. We want it. Ding, 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 ding. Chunky 50-minute DR, isn't it? So again, this is where you can't chase. You just cannot chase. Again, you're inside of a massive premium. So again, it's a case of just holding your runners. Right? You cannot chase. If it wants to come back down into this Bissy, it can do that. I don't want to see it through the low, however. That would be a 15-1 Bissy. I love it because it's not inside of a discount. The Bissy. Give us that 525. Come on, son. Let's go, baby. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's cook. We want to take out this fake IFED. That's what we're after. It's not an IFED. There's your 3 OB. That comes your new buck stop. Got a little trigger down on 483. Yes, doing the supin on this low. That's why I don't want to see it through. So if you want to trail your stops up below that low, that's entirely up to you. On your runners. Or if you're okay with it coming all the way back down, it's just busy. That's entirely up to you. For me, with it being a day no news, I don't want to see it below that low now to go and snub up to 25. Beautiful. There you go. Bilbo bags. Get some. There we go, guys. That's how we do it. Up in this neck of the woods. So congrats if you took the trade. Congrats if you fulfilled it to its final objective. Really well done. Good shit. If you wait for it to pull back all the way into your 3 drives, that's what we were talking about this morning. We didn't mind it coming back into here, wicking this low. Absolutely fine. You took my runner out, re-engaged up to 25. Happy days. Thank you very much. If you want to hold beyond here, that's entirely up to you. But on a day with no news, I'm content with that. I am contented. Yes? Are we good? What a rejection you got as well. Beautiful. What was I doing? I was doing something. I've lost my marbles. What was I doing? Anyway, guys, that's going to be it for me. I love and leave it. That's my day done. One for London, one for New York. Bish, bash, bosh. So look after yourselves. I'll catch you all manana for red pillars. If you're not red pill, I'll catch you next time on stream. Alright? I've lost the chat, so I don't know if you're saying anything. But assuming you are, take care of yourselves. Alright? So I'll catch you very, very soon, guys. Abosh! Yeet! That's how we do it. Peace.